Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel. I hope it means that you have subscribed, and when I've put up a new video, you get the little notification over there on the side. And if you really want to know when I put up a new video, there's a bell right down below the screen here. If you click on that bell, it'll send you a notification that I've put up a new video. So anyhow, thanks for coming back. And what I want to show you today is the last of the items that I got in that auction from a while back. I've kind of been a little busy, so I had put the magazines to the side. But the description that I purchased from was a bulk lot of 9 Life magazines, varying condition and years, the 1940s through the 60s. Now, I didn't pay very much for these, and I said to myself, of the 40s to the 60s, that means that I can't digitally reproduce them, but I can still use them. I'm sure they'll have some pretty cool stuff inside of them. Well, we know who this is on the front, Lauren Bacall, one classy lady. So let's just take a look inside of this one. Now this one, I noticed when I was stacking them up here that the cover was coming off of this one. So this one is coming apart. So let me get myself straight here. Yep, here we go. And this one is October the 16th, 1944. The cost of the magazine was 10 cents and a yearly subscription was only $4.50. Pretty cool. So let's just kind of flip through here and see what we see. See if I can get this all in the screen for you. Soft as silk. Now isn't he adorable? That's a pretty cool ad right there. I just like looking at these old ads, more so I guess than even sometimes the articles in them. One thing about this time period is there was, war going on throughout the time. That's pretty cool. So sometimes there'll be articles in there that are a little depressing, I guess. But like I said, I do like looking at the ads. Constipation made me the meanest guy in town. Now that is funny. I don't care who you are, that is funny. Oh, we've all been there. Anyhow, here we go. Yeah, pretty fun. So that is the magazine from 1944. Let's see, let me get this. This is the back cover, I guess, or maybe it doesn't really have a back cover. Alrighty. Now this one is also 1944, December the 4th. Let's see here. That one was October the 16th, but the same year. So this is definitely looking like it's going to be about a lot of war from the way the cover is. Now this page here is folded back and a little messed up, kind of crinkly. I'll have to work on that later. I hate seeing that. Let's see what else we got here. Woohoo! June Havner. See, like I said, some pretty cool ads. Sammy's Bowery Follies. Ooh. Man and his dog. That will always be, won't it? What is this one over here? Farm Fresh Corn in December, says Dinah Shore. No points needed. I don't know what the points. New Dinah Shore program. I was talking about when her show was on, but I don't understand what the points needed means. Maybe like they're referring to S&H green stamps. Wembley ties. Wow. So anyway, so there's another. Now this one looks a little newer, and it is from December 13th, 1963. This actually has a label on it, and this person lived in Westfield, New Jersey. That magazine traveled a long time to get to Georgia. So now this has a lot more colored pictures in it. Just invented. Some kind of ceiling tile. Looks like some characters are dancing. You remember that? The Columbia program. I'm sure that's who it is. Yep, Columbia Record Club. There was probably records and then 8-tracks and then CDs. I even remember there being a book club. So, and look at this. This is a 2-page spread. you know they paid plenty for that. So anyway, that one is 1963. This one looks to be in pretty good shape. Now this one is 1941 with the American flag on the front. So yeah, as I was going to say, this probably has some about the war in it. I think the things that I got from this auction, the person, I'm going to say gentleman, but the person was, I think, into military. Because if you remember, I got those manuals about the Army that, I figured I wasn't going to be able to do much with after all. But then I also got those aeronautical manuals, and all that was pretty cool. And, I'm just thinking that this person was into military memorabilia. So let's see. This one is 1942. Now this magazine here is pretty hefty. Also just 10 cents. This says over 4 million in circulation. Now that's pretty neat to know. So yep, there's a little bit about military. Now here's an ad. Hank's tough on shirts these days. I guess that's a Texaco ad, it says. Looks like that is some kind of poem. I'll have to read on that later. New molded singer form. Oh, isn't that cool? It looks like they used this woman's body to create that form. And now life insurance. That's a jack-o'-lantern. Yep, right before Halloween. So they had a little jack-o'-lantern ad in there. Or a jack-o'-lantern in the ad. So here's a new way to drink your vitamins. It looks like Elsie the cow. Some military ads and some military articles. That stuff is not interesting to me, but it is the way our world was. So now this is a little earlier. This says 1936, but if you remember the description, it said 1940s to 1960s. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time, but aren't those cute ads? Chesapeake and Ohio lines. So that's about a railroad. Oh, that is sweet right there now. Now those are some little sharp fellas. They're Johnny Walker whiskey. And again, some military announcing new GMCs. Fort Knox. Helen Hayes Child and Helen Hayes Childhood. So, alright, so that one was from 1936. I was going to see, that seems to be one of the early ones. I was going to see, yeah, that's just what I was thinking. This happens to be Volume 1, Number 1 of the Life magazine. So it's November 23rd, 1936. So this is the very first edition that they put out. Now, isn't that something? So, of course, this one wouldn't get torn up. I will probably see if there's a collector out there that may be interested in this one. Let's see if my camera is going to refocus. There we go. And so that's pretty cool. Alright, so this is 1945. This is looking a little sad on the cover here. Now the price for 2 years. So now they're bumping it up, trying to get you to subscribe for 2 years. So it went from $4.50 now to $8.50. So you're getting a bargain for 2 years. A postponed honeymoon. Still has some pretty cool ads in it. Looks like color ones. Hold on a second. I'm sure that's just a telemarketer. So let me turn on the fax machine. And yeah, it's some sad stuff with some more army stuff, military things. So alrighty, let's flip on. We just have, looks like 2 more left. Now this is a Look magazine. It is from January 2nd, 1951. Arthur Godfrey. I remember him. Can't remember quite what he was in, but I remember him in some movies. So, yeah, this looks to be still with some war stuff in it, but the pages are pretty cool. And then this is definitely warsy. Planes over England. But look at all that red now on that, making the red pop. That was probably pretty cool back in those days. So, yep, some war stuff again. But, you know, I had to try for these. I mean, I got them cheap. And I figure, you know, they would definitely be aged. I do kind of hate that war stuff is in these as well. I never really thought about that. But you don't know unless you try. And again, I just want to say, remember, go out there, you see something, go over and walk inside and see what they have. You never know what you might find. You are not going to find cool stuff like this in those big box stores. You're not going to find it. You're going to find this in places that maybe haven't been visited in a while, or places that have been closed up and now, you know, they're cleaning out. Folks don't understand many times that those old receipts in those stores that their family had that maybe somebody would want, even if it is just a few bucks. You know, they don't understand it. They just think, oh, I got to get rid of this stuff and throw it away. So ask, you know, go in not fabric stores, like upholstery places, you know, furniture stores that do upholstery, and ask them if they have any, you know, samples to throw away. For that matter, fabric stores may have samples, upholstery samples. You know, ask them. All they can do is say to you is no. Maybe you can leave your name and number. Maybe they don't have anything at that point in time, but it doesn't mean they're not going to. Or if you know that, you know, there's a business about to close, ask them if they have any, you know, old paper or any old files that you can rummage through. You just never know. So I say, always poke around, ask, be polite. You get more with sugar than you do with vinegar, and see what you can come up with. I'm telling you, I have found some of the coolest things, you know, just because I kept my eyes open and, yep, the right place at the right time. So again, I hope you've enjoyed kind of looking at what I found. Some of it's good, some of it maybe can't use, but the one in here that was volume 1, you know, issue 1, now that is something. I'm going to have to go check that out now and see if somebody else would like to have that one. I may get my money back. Who knows? So anyhow, I appreciate you coming by. And remember, subscribe. And if you see my buddy Mike Rowe, tell him I'm looking for him. Catch y'all later. Bye.